Hey guys, me again. If you hear any background noise, it's just decorators. But yeah, this should be hopefully the last part of my 360 collection. And these are some of the games I got loose because I can't put them on my showroom unit. And it's Vanquish, which is a really cool third-person shooter game. Battlefield 3, which is a really awesome game. The campaign itself is worth getting the whole game for. It's really that great. The online to it is really cool, but the single player campaign it's just so good. Dead Rising 2 off the record. I haven't really got a chance to play this yet, but I've heard it's just Dead Rising 2 just playing as Frank West. Dead Rising 2 is on Brex Edition. I have Dead Rising 1. I don't know if I've showed you in my videos, but I have Dead Rising 1 and I borrowed it to a good friend of mine. Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4. Really love the Street Fighter series. It's probably my favourite fighting game series. And now on to the main collection. We have Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. I haven't got a chance to play it, so I can't really talk much about it. Orange Box, probably one of the best compilations of games, sorry for the glare. And I really love Portal. Portal is probably one of my favourite first person puzzle style games. I really love Half-Life, even it did take me a while to get into the Half-Life series, but when I got into it, it was just an outstanding game. And Team Fortress 2, a very fun online game, but I didn't get into it straight away. It took me much later to get into it. The Saboteur, I can't speak. The Saboteur, sorry. Oh my god, I can't speak. Sorry for that. I really thought it was really cool, like old style, noir, sandbox style games. I really thought it was a great game. Great shooting, great action sequences. Sorry. Sims 3, got this because I actually enjoy the first ever Sims what got ported to a console, and I played the second one, didn't really like it. I thought I'd give 3 a gamble, didn't really enjoy it. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 06. This guy because it was cheap, to be honest. I do enjoy golf games, but I just got it because it was cheap, and the same with 07. Next is Time Shift. It's kind of one of them hit and miss kind of first person games. It can be really enjoyable, but sometimes it can be, sorry for the glare again, sometimes it can be really boring at times. But yeah, the best way you can do it, you can pick it up for really cheap now. The best way you can do it is just buy it and see what you think of it. TMNT got it purely because of achievements. Yes, I'm an achievement whore. Next up is not proud to own this because I really don't like wrestling, and it's TNA Impact. I've seen it for £1 and thought, why not for the collection? Tomb Raider Legend, actually I do not like the ordinary copy of this, and I actually enjoyed Tomb Raider Legend. I thought it was a decent Tomb Raider game, even though I'm not really into the Tomb Raider series, and thought I'd pick it up again later on. Still need to get around to playing it. I actually enjoyed that one. Tomb Raider Underworld, it's one of those games that I do not want to mention. And the same with Tomb Raider Anniversary. It's supposed to be a remake of a few scenes of the other Tomb Raider games. I'm not really too sure on that, but I thought I'd pick it up because I had the rest, and plus it was pretty cheap, so I thought, why not? Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. Sorry about that. Warfighter. Picked it up because I got recommended it by a friend, and I didn't really enjoy it. I played a couple of hours of it, and I didn't really like the gameplay style. It felt too slow and choppy, and the same with Ghost Recon. And I actually give it to you. It did upgrade a lot from the first one, but it's just one of them shooters that's just not for me. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 1. Sorry about that. I actually enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the terrorist hunt mod. I really thought that was a good gameplay element. I didn't really care for the campaign that much. The online was quite cool at the time. It was a pretty decent game. And Rainbow Six Vegas 2. This actually did a lot of upgrades on the first game, and I've got to admit, I really love this game. I didn't care still too much about the campaign, but they improved a lot in the terrorist hunt, and the online mods were just really awesome at the time. Splinter Cell Double Agent. I thought this was a really good addition to the Splinter Cell series, but I still prefer the others, such as Splinter Cell and Pandora Tomorrow. But this was a worthy addition, and I thought it was a really cool game. Next is Splinter Cell Conviction. It's kind of different to the other Splinter Cells. It's not really that stealth. It's more like a action shooter kind of stealthy game. You can be stealthy a lot in the game, but you can do either. You can either run and shoot like a crazy man, or just take it slow. But it was a really great game, and I can't really knock it because it is. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Tom Clancy's Project 8 had this on PS2 when it got released. My brother bought it for me for Christmas, and I eventually got an Xbox. And I actually thought it was a great Tony Hawk's game compared to the ones that they're releasing now. Yeah. Tony Hawk's Proving Ground, still thought it was okay. I seen it for about £5, and I thought, why not? But I wouldn't say it's. I'd say it's decent, but compared to the rest, it kind of sucks. Too Human. I hate this game. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this game. The controls. So the controls are just horrible. The story it sucks. I just really don't like that game. It's one of them games that I don't enjoy. Top Spin 2, I like my tennis games and thought I'd give this a shot, and I actually enjoyed this game. It did get a bit slow every now and then. It did drag on late in the season, but overall I thought it was a really decent game. Two Worlds. I need to say Two Worlds too though. But Two Worlds, it had a lot of frame rate issues, but other than that, I thought it was an okay style game. Or okay RPG style game. Two Worlds 2, bought this because I had the first one. I haven't really played it, but it's supposed to be a huge improvement on the first one. That's all I can say. So, a football game, UEFA Champions League 2004, no 2006, 7. Bought this because it was about £1. That's all I can say. Sorry. Unreal Tournament 3. Wow, I don't know why I said that slow. Unreal Tournament 3. I got this on release. Sorry, I'm just a bit slow today. I got this on release, and I thought it was a really decent first person shooter game. It's not as fun as probably Unreal Tournament Championship, I think it's called, and the other Unreal Tournament games, but I thought it was a worthy addition to the series, and if you ever see this, you should really pick it up because it's really great first person shooter game, and I really enjoyed the flak gun on that game. It's such an awesome one. Viking, I seen one trailer of this and it just made me want to buy it. I love the whole Viking style, like this kind of style game, and it is actually a really good game. It's really brutal. It can drag a little bit, but when it comes to the massive epic battles, it's such an awesome game. Virtua Fighter 5. I know people are not going to agree with me on this, but I really don't enjoy Virtua Fighter. I just seen it for cheap and I thought, why not? Warhammer Battle March, as everyone knows, I'm getting into the Warhammer series, and I've seen this for £6, and I thought, why not? I haven't got around to playing it yet, and I'm sure it's probably a great game. Wartech, I thought this was a cool kind of anime style shmup, and I thought it was really cool. A lot of people didn't really like it. I seen it for £3, and I thought I'd give it a gamble, and I actually really enjoyed this game. Whoa. So nearly knocked off all my games off. Watchmen, I'm a big fan of the Watchmen comic and movie, and I thought I'd pick the games up. I seen it released in the shops, part 1 and 2, and at the time part 1 was only available on Xbox Arcade, so I bought the game, and I only played the first one, and it's a really great third person fighting style comic book game, and it's really awesome. Shame there's no online co-op, which would have been ideal, but it's still a great game. World Snooker Championship 2007. I'm not too sure why I picked this up. I'm more into the pool paradise kind of games, like the funny kind of pool games. This is, I don't know, I've seen it for cheap, I suppose. X-Men Wolverine Origins, this game is epic. This is such a really great game. The action, the gore, it just portrays Wolverine in such a great way, and shows how violent he is. And there goes my dog. And everyone who knows me knows that Wolverine and Gambit are my favourite X-Men, and this game is such a worthy addition to portray the character of Wolverine. Brink, these games, I kind of got lazy with my collection and couldn't be bothered going back and putting them all in alphabetical order again, so I started making a new row. And anyway, sorry about that. He's Brink. It's just not that as good as I didn't actually intend buying this, but a few mates were buying it, and I thought, why not play some co-op? I regret buying this game. It's not that great. The first person elements, the first person gameplay kinda sucks. It seems really choppy, the controls. It's got a lot of frame rate issues, and it kinda goes all blurry. Now, I know graphics aren't all that important, but they could have really done a good job on this game, because you can not hardly see stuff. Yeah, it's Bethesda is probably one of my favourite companies. Like, I enjoy a lot of their games, but Brink, to me, it just didn't have that factor. Next is Death Smiles. Tony Yippee actually recommended me to get this. It's a shmup, and it's actually not bad. It's not bad for the price. I think it was £17 on Shop2 when it got released, and you got so much stuff for the price. You got a soundtrack, obviously the game, and it's got a lot of different gameplay modes, and it also has a PC disc where you can have wallpapers, calendar, clock. It's such a really good shoot 'em up game. The gameplay, the style of it is just so awesome, and I thank you, Tony, for recommending me it. A football game, FIFA 10. Don't ask. Grand Theft Auto 4. I wish I got the special edition of this. I really wish I just got the normal. And don't get me wrong, it's probably the most updated GTA game. It's just the controls. It seemed a bit choppy. The driving seemed a bit impossible. It just seemed like they were trying to make it too realistic and failed. But it probably is a really great game. But I just really couldn't get into it that much. Homefront, I really enjoyed this game. A lot of people didn't really like it that much, and a few people who I actually know enjoyed it. But I thought the online of it was really great. The campaign was quite decent. Overall, I thought it was a really, really good game and worth to pick up. Next is Hunted. I got excited for this, another game from Bethesda. I got excited for this, and it was completely different when I actually put it in my Xbox. I don't regret buying it because I got it for cheap. I got it for about 20 odd quid, but nonetheless, I thought they could have done way better, but it just felt rushed. And if you ever see it, pick it up for cheap. Don't pay full price for it. But overall, it is, I suppose, an okay game. Left 4 Dead. Sorry for that. I actually prefer this over the second one. I really love the characters. I love the gameplay, the setting, the levels. I really, really prefer this over the second one. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Love the Marvel vs. Capcom series, and I love Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter characters, Capcom characters, and I love Marvel characters. And I thought, but I played the first one. I don't own it, but I've played the first one. I have the second one on Dreamcast, and I had to pick the third one up, and it's such a really great game. For those of you who would like to know, I use Wolverine X23 or 21 and Akuma as my 3 characters. Next up is Need for Speed Shift. This game it was trying to be Forza, but it didn't fail. It just wasn't as good as Forza. It's an okay racing game, but if you're going to compare it with Forza beats it hands down without a doubt. But it's a worthy racing game. Portal 2, as I said, I really love Portal 1, and Portal 2 was such a great game, and especially the fact that they implemented a co-op in this game, and I really thought the characters are just absolutely funny, and it's such a great game, and the puzzles are really, really awesome. The next one I've seen for £1 in Cash Generator is You're in the Movies. I've seen it for £1. I thought might as well pick it up, add it to the collection. Yep. £1. And I do have a few more games. Next will be a special editions video. I have a few more games. I have Silent Hill, The Godfather, if I haven't mentioned it, or if I have. I'm trying to think. I'll let my brother some games, but I'll add them in the annotation in the video. And that's it for now, guys. Until next time, bye.